Well, you know what they say, guys. No good deed goes unpunished. Here it is, just after 7 a.m. I just finished my 4-mile run this morning. I went out the front door, took the kid to the bus, got him on the bus. As soon as the bus left, I went running for half an hour like I do every morning. I come back, I'm doing my cool down walk. I come out back, and there we see trash strewn all over the place. Now, I know what you're saying. Oh, it's a bear, it's a raccoon, it's a possum. No, it's none of the above. Hold on. I mean, I finished for about 5 minutes ago. I still haven't caught my breath yet. So, just yesterday, as of this recording, I offer open borders to whatever is potentially living in the forest behind my home. We believe we know what it is because we believe we caught it on camera about a week ago. You saw it, you've seen it. So I go up in there last night, just before dark. You probably saw the video. I remove the territorial markers. I take away the X's. He, she, it, or they potentially left. You can still hear the crickets. You can tell it's early. I took away the wooden barriers, the wood piles I made that I would use to, you know, look into their territory during the day and then knock down, push down their direction. And what thanks do I get? You know, I gifted them a jack-o'-lantern only a couple of days before Halloween. Do I get any thanks? Do they say, hey, we're going to accept your open borders? It doesn't appear as if they have. You know, they've pushed down my firewood piles. I still have not restacked that because my beautiful bride, Dearly, aka Giggly Girl, myself, our son, worked so hard to stack that firewood. They pushed down 2 piles, and we just haven't restacked it. Now it appears as if we've got trash to clean up. You know, like pushing over our firewood wasn't good enough, so they had to come do this to our trash. But I don't have time. I have to go to work. I can't be late. Again. Thought I heard something in the treetops. You know, yesterday, I didn't get a single letter effing donut out of the break room before I had to clock in and go to work. Not a single one. So I'll get this cleaned up when I get home. But I guess this is their way of saying thank you. So thank you, Bigfoot Sasquatch. You're a real prince. Ugh, got a cramp. Ugh. Guys, I just ran again and it was back to the house for the phone. It's mid-afternoon now of the same day. Video started this morning before I went to work. I came home prepared to clean up this garbage that was on the ground, and it wasn't there. You don't know where it is? It's in the can. I get my walking stick. Hold on, we're going for a walk. Picked up and in the can. So it was already picked up when I got home. And so I'm thinking, who was this? Because it wasn't my beautiful bride, Dearly, aka Giggly Girl, because she works with me. We're going together. Our son was in school, so I'm coming out, and of course my first suspicion is potentially, and him, her, it, or they peeking from the wood line. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, was I wrong? Could it have been a raccoon or a bear or a possum that got in the garbage can last night? And our furry friends who we just recently offered open borders to our property, this is how they thanked us, by cleaning up the trash? Well, then once I got to this point, if you look behind me, or if you get my 6, that's when it occurred to me, my firewood pile has been restacked. Let's venture closer. You remember, gosh, it's been probably a month now, in the middle of the night. Well, it was in October, first part of October. It's been 3 weeks. Him, her, it, or they potentially snuck in here and knocked down a wood pile. Well, look at this. It's been restacked. This thing was not stacked this morning. My trash was all over the yard from where something had gotten into it last night. I come home prepared to clean up that trash, and not only is the trash already cleaned up, but both piles of wood that he, she, it, or they knocked down has been stacked. You see, this one's been stacked. And I covered all this back here over this last weekend. It was already stacked. But this right here, you remember, about 3 or 4 videos back, this had been knocked down also. So, but guys, it gets better. There are two. Just keep watching, because I'm kind of thinking whoever or whatever did this may be watching right now to see if we're being appreciative, which I am. So if you've been following the saga, as one of you folks commented in the, I thought this was neat, somebody said this is the only YouTube channel that it's like viewing a mystery novel in progress. That was flattering. Thank you for that. I never thought of it that way. We never intentionally set out to make it that way. But if you have been following this great mystery, and I'm going to do a quick 360 pan, because we've learned that sometimes we can catch them off guard trying to sneak away when they don't expect us to record from a certain angle. It sure is beautiful out here, isn't it? I felt like a breeze or some sort of like wind just blow by my face, and there's no breeze or wind out here. Look, you can see the tree limbs, nothing's blowing, but I swear I feel like I just got hit in the face with like a gust of wind, and it was warm. That was strange. Maybe it's an uplifting heat draft. Keep getting my 6, guys, and remember to watch the trees. You know, we rarely record 2 videos in a row, like 2 days in a row, due to several reasons. Number one, the time factor involved with doing so, and also the significance of any events. They're kind of spread out. These things, anytime we see or hear or have anything strange happen, they're usually several days apart. Okay, now keep watching back there, guys. We're entering their forest. But just yesterday, we made the video where we tore down our Bigfoot Sasquatch barriers, our Bigfoot Sasquatch blinds, and we went out into the forest. Right here, as a matter of fact, that used to be an X, and we removed any X's that I believe he, she, it, or they may have set up as a way of telling us not to cross into their territory. Guys, I got 2 more things to show you that are very strange, that were not here yesterday when I was up here doing the video, and I have reason to believe was not here this morning before I left for work. And by the way, I got 2 donuts this morning. It's one of the reasons I like to run every morning. I can kind of eat what I want. So we're in the woods now. Continue to get my 6. About a week or so ago, we were coming through here and we saw what appeared to be potentially 2 juveniles running to kind of take cover. So keep watching. We're heading up to the gifting tree where last night we left a jack-o'-lantern and some pumpkin seeds. What is that? That was a leaf. Without a doubt, that was a leaf. That was nothing more than a leaf. It's starting to rain. Did anybody see that? Right about here is where I usually start getting followed. So again, yesterday, we make the video offering open borders. We're close to where the trail leads from the... I thought I saw movement. I'm going to have to go back and watch this, as I always do. You guys make sure to watch. And if you think you saw something right there, let me know. And make sure to put a timestamp. Because where the trail leads away from the gifting tree up into their deep, dark forest where we were last week. Guys, did you guys see something hide behind a tree right there too? I think if my suspicion is confirmed here, that somebody did us a couple of big favors with some garbage and with the wood piles, and they want a big thank you. Maybe this was their way of thanking me for the open borders. Here's the gifting tree. Remember, yesterday we left a jack-o'-lantern for Halloween. This is going to blow your mind, guys. I thought I heard a growl. Put your earbuds in and go back and listen. We left a jack-o'-lantern on this stump last night, a couple of hours before dark. Today there's no jack-o'-lantern. But what is there? My hatchet they had used to open walnuts. My kids' frisbee they were using as a plate, the seashells, and even the white plastic bag they had used to haul away the walnuts after I stopped leaving the buckets. They brought it all back. Get my 6. They're not expecting movement in this direction. Let's see if we can see anything. I'm hearing footsteps. So guys, it gets, oh, that's a truck. Brake squealing down on the road. Was there something here? Guys, I don't have my red circle and blue triangles because I'm trying to beat the rain, and I'm just so amazed at what I found when I came up here. But let me show you this. You'll remember at some point this summer, it appeared as if he, she, it, or they had somewhat of a temper tantrum-ishy meltdown and let us know that they were not willing to communicate with us anymore, and they let us know this by knocking down the receiver of the ultimate contraption, our communication device. Well, I'm sorry, that wasn't this summer. That was the first part of October, the same time, I believe, when they knocked down the wood piles. When they just came in, they put up all those extra X's. I'd done something to upset them. I can't remember what it was, but look at this, guys. Pan around to it. The receiver of the ultimate contraption has been put back up, not by me. Now, do I have a neighbor that came and cleaned up my trash, stacked my firewood, somehow hiked out into the forest where I was, where a location I probably couldn't find again, retrieved my hatchet and my kids' frisbee and these shells in a trash bag, brought them up here, and then put the receiver of the ultimate contraption back? Is that possible? I guess anything's possible. Would I have any suspect in mind of who might do this? Absolutely not. That would take a lot of energy and a lot of effort. I'm hearing some strange chitter chattering. It doesn't sound like birds. Listen closely. It sounds like maybe something wants me to think they're birds, but it's almost like something mimicking a bird. I'm going to step back here into the forest. Continue to watch for movement. Continue to get my 6. And a lot of people say, what's that mean? That means watch my back. It's military direction. The way you're facing is 12 o'clock, so behind you is your 6. Get my 6. We're going to come into the forest here. We're going to come to where the X used to be, and we're going to thank him, her, it, or they for what they've done for us. They've cleaned up our trash. They've restacked our firewood. Okay, this used to be the X, but it's no longer an X. So we're going to step behind it because we have no borders here anymore separating our property from his, her, it, or their property. We now have open borders, and I believe they thanked me for welcoming them hospitably on my land, knowing I won't harm them. because they did not harm me when I was on their land. We've torn down the borders. We've made open borders available to these transients who are in migration right now, I believe heading south from Canada, New England, heading down to the south. They're migrating. They're in transient, and we've offered them protection on our property. We will not hunt them, nor will we allow others. And I believe as a way of saying thank you, they cleaned up the garbage that the bear or the raccoon got last night. And they restacked the firewood that some of their juveniles knocked down a few weeks ago. Thank you, Bigfoot Sasquatch. Thank you. Sincerely, you truly are a prince. Unless you're a she, in which case you're a princess. If you're them, you're royalty. If you're an it, you are of the royal class, the gentry. Thank you.